everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we have a defense that loves to quickly get off the field. The Lions are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Bengals, who will need to find a way to move the football. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 6 matchup.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Detroit Lions. They'll come out in the pistol. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So here's the lineup, and in the backfield, it's Abdullah.
Amir Abdullah, if it had been up to a lot of college coaches, would be an all-pro corner. But he knew he wanted to be a running back, and has proven why. Can run it, can catch it, and return kicks.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And the offense trots out onto the field.
And A.J. Green is an absolute playmaker on the perimeter for his team.
Second down, Dalton. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Dalton, 1st and 10. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He's got time in the pocket. He drops it off for Bernard. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
First and goal, defense, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Jeremy Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to take another shot here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Martin to punt it away for Detroit. This is taken at about the 14. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals take possession. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the Lions' defensive starters.
Ezekiel Ansah out of BYU. We call him Ziggy, and he knows where the quarterback is on every play.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. He's got time. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. So Dalton now. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sean Robinson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Finding time. He's going to fire, and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. And
they begin the drive with Abdullah. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is it.
And this is caught. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. For Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A big play. Dalton to his favorite target, Green. And even 50 yards. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again.
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
Here's Bernard. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw here, Dalton. Wide open receiver complete. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the...
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jermaine Kearse, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Looking middle, and that's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. On 1st down, Stafford here. He's going to let this one. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions Rams are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Complete outright to Kurz. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And Eifert has it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. They'll come out in the pistol. Another chance for Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. To the left side here for Eifert. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Greg Hardy able to collapse the pocket and drop it for a loss of a yard. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Dalton on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. So here come the Lions now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
2nd down now after the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to the air, Stafford on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
On 1st down, Abdullah looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Green with a catch left side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And a quick throw here that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Here's Dalton. Green brings it in. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think, a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know.
That was hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And it'll be Dalton again. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And that'll make it third down. And quickly, they get to the line. 380. This will be Dalton again. He's got Curse. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. First and 10 for Dalton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Second and 10. Dalton once more to the sideline. And, oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Dalton on third and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. Now fourth down.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, though, give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This is screen to Abdullah. Amir Abdullah. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well. So
what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll begin here with Bernard. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Well, it's real easy to ascertain that in the game plan, Andy Dalton to A.J. Green was deemed vital.
And it certainly was the focal point of the defense. They just had trouble with it. Most teams do.
Well, that just tells you how good it is. These guys have grown together. You know, coming into the Bengals, getting together early, and continuing to get better. Doesn't matter what defense is put out there. They feel like they have an answer for it.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Again, we'll see the pistol here.
380. 380.
Another pistol look here. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Hill, the lone setback. Andy Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
To throw here, Dalton. He's got time in the pocket. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Their dangerous wide receiver with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw, Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Stafford looking deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st down, Stafford here. And his throw is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he is out of bounds, getting it across across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
That, quite simply, is Jeremy Hill, a very powerful, compact back.
He's always been that, even back at LSU. That's where he honed that skill, right?
Love to run between the tackles and take the contact as well as dish it out.
They go play action here on first down. To the left side here for Eifert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a carry for Bernard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Again, here's Bernard. And he's brought down. So that last play called back after the penalty, 2nd and long here. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. He's got Curse. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now a toss play to Bernard. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jermaine Kearse with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And he'll bang that one through. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Now, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They send Green to the left on his own. Dalton, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Greg Hardy in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Hill, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Second down, Dalton. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Going to give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited, because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock, because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
A very solid gain of 27.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. And Dalton hands to Hill. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, you see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. It only took Stafford 90 games to hit 25,000 yards in his career, fastest ever, and he adds to that yardage total there.
I'm not sure anyone in the league has a more confident arm than Matthew Stafford does. He can wait until they're actually open before delivering, as opposed to...
This is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for the Lions. 41 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his big tight end here. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And caught, right side, Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They send Green to the left on his own. They come out here in the I. Now Bernard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers until the coaches get upset, big points all game.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll give it to him right up the gut. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about them.